fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome back to another wonderful meeting by the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club team. We are Area E5, District 120, and we are so excited to have you here again. Before we get into today's topic, which is hosted by our Toastmaster Damodaran, and we are really excited to listen to what it's going to be about. Before that, we have just 3 ground rules that I would like to lay down. Number one, we do not speak about sex, religion, or politics as Toastmasters, so kindly refrain from discussing those themes. Number two, please make sure you're in a well lit room so that we can see and hear you very clearly. Since this is an online meeting, I request all of you to turn on your video cameras so that it's a very interactive experience. And number three, kindly mute your cell phones so that you don't get distracted and also the speakers don't get distracted during the course of their speech. As Toastmasters, we all have a Toastmasters mission. Our club also has a mission. Our mission is to empower every single member of our club to get their self-confidence as well as leadership and communication skills on track and grow into amazing public speakers and keep honing their skills. With all of this being said, we are now ready to start meeting 135, which is hosted by Toastmaster Damodaran. Before handing over to a TMOD, let's quickly have a president's address from our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mati Aragan. I remember the very first meeting I attended as a Toastmaster. Toastmaster Mati was the speaker, evaluator, as well as TMOD. I think that's how he manages all of us at the same time. Over to you, Toastmaster Mati.
Yeah. Thank you, the Toastmaster Meenakshi Grace. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm welcoming you all for the meeting number 315 of the Speak Magic Toastmaster Club meeting today. Yeah, the club updates. We have the 3 days annual conference on 23rd, 24th, 25th of our district 2020. It is going to happen in Chennai. I think the registration fees is 6,500. 3 days. More details, I will share the details to the group. With this, today we have our Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Damodaran, who is going to lead the today's session, theme growth mindset. We all will hear. Is it clear, Sanjay? Now my voice is?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Today, I'm welcoming you all for the 315 meeting of the Speak Magic Toastmaster Club. And today we have the theme growth mindset. This session is going to lead by Toastmaster Damodaran as the Toastmaster of the day. With all your support, we all will welcome the Toastmaster Damodaran to conduct this session. About the Toastmaster Damodaran, he is from Chennai, and the Toastmaster Damodaran is an experienced software professional who has successfully performed various roles. He is passionate about business and innovation. He loves traveling and enjoys spending time in nature. So with this, I am handing over the virtual podium to the Toastmaster Damodaran to lead the session.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Mati, for the warm welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to today's meeting. I am Damodaran as a Toastmaster of the day, and our theme is something I truly believe can transform lives. That is growth mindset. So what is growth mindset? Can anyone attempt to tell?
Me.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Growth mindset. I can't say much, but it means that you are continuously in the practice to grow. Continuously, you want to progress.
Yes, that is a correct point. So any others you want to share some points?
Seeing opportunity in all any difficulties, sir.
That is excellent. Yes, that is also an additional point which all indicates a growth pattern. So if you see anything, right, if there is no growth, then death is next, right? Plant or tree or anything. If you see it, if we measure it by the growth, if there is a growth, okay, it is live. If it is not growth, it will die eventually at one stage. So growth is an essential one. This term was actually first coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, and it refers to the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning. So it is the opposite of fixed mindset, where people believe their qualities are carved in stone, that they are either smart or not, talented or not, capable or not, they cannot change. That is the fixed mindset. So this is exactly opposite to the fixed mindset. So wherever you are there, with your dedication, with your hard work, and with your learning, you can grow to anything you want. So that is the fundamental concept of this growth mindset. In growth mindset, as Toastmaster Sanjay mentioned, challenges are embraced. Effort is seen as a path to mastery, and failures are not the end, they are valuable stepping stones. So here we take that as an opportunity, challenge as an opportunity. Not that challenge is something is coming for me only, why it is. So no, they don't take in that way. So challenges are opportunities for the growth. Think of great inventors, artists, athletes. Most of them failed many times before succeeding. We see only their success, but they have failed n number of times than what we have failed. But they are very successful and they have become a stars in their career. But what they shared was that growth mindset, the belief that they could improve. That is the fundamental of this. Here in Toastmasters, we live this every day. When a speaker speaks in Toastmaster meeting, he may be nervous, may be unsure. That's not failure. That's growth in action. Every evaluation, every table topic, every speech, it's all about learning, improving, and becoming better version of ourselves. So now I'll ask you another question here. What's a skill you once thought you would never master, but eventually did? Can someone share that skill?
Paying attention,
Sorry?
paying attention towards
Paying
something.
attention. Okay. So it is something that initially you struggled and now you are able to master it,
Consistency in
right?
learning and positive mindset.
Okay. Okay. That is great. Yes. So something like and even learning, driving, everything, right? Once our driving, before learning the driving would be a very big task. I don't know how we are going to drive, right? So but once we learn that skill, we are mastering that. Now it is goes to the subconscious and we are mastering. So that's the same thing applies everywhere. So today, as your TM Modi, I would like to invite you to listen not just with your ears but with your mindset. Celebrate the mistakes, the courage, the effort, because all of that is part of our growth. Let us move forward with the meeting. I would like to introduce the general evaluator of the meeting, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik. Toastmaster Lechu Karthik is from Madurai. He is a software engineer by profession. He loves to read contents of history and psychology. He believes that he is a normal human being who wishes to make some difference in life. Requesting Toastmaster Lechu Karthik to introduce the tag team for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Damodaran, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, all fellow Toastmasters and guests. So here I am again, the general evaluator of today's meeting. Okay, I have something to say before this general evaluation address. I was born with 3 siblings. And about my parents, my father had 5 siblings and my mom has 4 siblings. So it was always a crowdy environment in my house. I was always occupied with all of them. And it is very rare to get a situation in observing things around myself. And recent days, I was highly fascinated about this ideology of observing things around you and staying idle. Have you ever, has anyone in this crowd ever tried like to sit without doing anything, you're idle and observing things around you for half an hour? Quickly show of hands. I need someone as a company. So that is a very difficult thing. I felt it is very difficult, but eventually I am getting used to it. And it is a very skillful art as well. So being the general evaluator in today's meeting, I'll be doing nothing. I'll be observing you all. Observing in sense, like I'll be having some evaluations in my mind, like something would run in my mind. Of course, I can't stay idle even in like mentally. So that is my role, being the general evaluator. I am aware of the general rules of a Toastmasters meeting. I'll be observing you all, and I'll be comparing that observation with the general rules of the Toastmasters meeting. That is my role in today's running meeting, and I'm not alone in this. I have I have a tag team, which is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. And the timer for today's meeting is our presiding officer, a current serving president of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club, and he's staying at Bangalore. He's a software developer. This Toastmaster, Madhi Alahan. Sir, kindly explain the role of a timer.
Yep. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Luchi Karthik. Today I'm playing the role of timer. I'll be noting down your speech times. For the prepared speeches, for standard speeches, the time limit is between 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will display the green card. At 6 minutes, I will display the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will display the red card. For the table topic sessions, it will be the duration is it's between 2 to 3 minutes. Sorry, 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will display the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will display the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will display the red card. For all the individual evaluations, the duration is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will display the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will display the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will display the red card. And we have the report speech also today. Its time is between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will display the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will display the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will display the red card. So we have the 30 seconds of the grace time. Within that, so the speaker has to complete the speech for to qualify for the awards. Like if our standard speech is 5 to 7 minutes, they have to complete the speech by 7 minutes 30 seconds. Or they at least should complete the speech either 4 minutes 30 seconds or 7 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, with this, I am handing over the stage back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madhi bro, so for wonderfully explaining the timing conventions that we'll be following in this meeting. So next we are going, like I'm passing this to the R counter, and which is myself. I'm the R counter for today's meeting. Before explaining the R counter's role, again I have a preview to share. So recently I've been reading this book called Flow by the author's name is very hard to pronounce. It is Csikszentmihalyi. Okay, so we can call him as Mihaly. So the ideology that this book describes is when we are doing a work, when we are deeply involved in a work, we would attain a state called flow. When we are in this flow state, we will not feel bored. The boredom cannot touch us. We will not feel bored, and even the timing keeps on moving, but still we won't feel anything around us. We'll be highly attentive and highly focused with the work. So that is called flow state. This book explains various conditions and the conventions that are connected with this flow state. This is a very interesting book. I would suggest like to the fellow people in this meeting. So why I brought this book here is that when we are in a flow state, our articulation, our speech will be very clear. Imagine if I have practiced very well, like I'm not doing an impromptu speech, like I've practiced very well and I've rehearsed multiple times. Will I have any interventions in my speech? I'll be very I'll be flawless, right? So yes, to notice that thing. So the quality of a good speaker is to be flawless with no interventions, unusual interventions. Okay, so I'm explaining this because I'm the accountant of today's meeting, and I'll be noticing the interventions or the unusual interruptions that are made during the speaker's articulation. For example, the speaker might use fillers like or some crutch words, like some unusual crutch words, or some repetitions, like I've made multiple repetitions, like in my speech itself currently, because I'm doing it impromptu. I didn't practice it earlier. So I'll be noticing everything that the speaker makes in this meeting. At the end of the meeting, I'll be sharing it. So having an account of this detail will help the speaker to have a better delivery in his future meetings. So that is my intention, noble intention in this meeting. Thank you so much. And I'm passing this to the grammarian for today's meeting, which is Toastmaster Jaya Kalyani. And before giving the mic to her, I have some good things to say about Ms. Jaya Kalyani. She's from Kutch, Gujarat, and she is a school teacher, a very inspiring person, and she's aspiring to be a public speaker with consistent practice and diligent hard work. Like, I'm witnessing it. You're doing a great job, Toastmaster Jaya Kalyani. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lachu Karthik, for the wonderful introduction. And you said I'm living in Kutch, and here we have the warfare more because the border is around 150 kilometers away from us. So around 8:30, 8 o'clock, there is all blackout over here. So hopefully the meeting is over by 8 o'clock, because before that we have to cook and we just have to black out. So that's what I was saying. And for today, the word of the day is ascetic. Ascetic, the meaning is a person who practices rigorous self-discipline. And the idiom of the day is on the ball, which means being alert, competent, and quick to react. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Lachu Karthik. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So let us all be highly ascetic in carrying our roles in this meeting. With
Thank
that,
you.
Thank you so much. And with that, I'm passing this back to the team Moody. At the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my general evaluation report, and my tag team will also be sharing the report. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
We got listener also, Karthik.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, listener. Who is the listener? Like, I didn't see that in the agenda.
Toastmaster Chitra.
Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Chitra. So, like, yeah, we have a special role which is added in this meeting, which is the listener's role. And to play that, we have Toastmaster Chitra. She was earlier, like, she is from Coimbatore, and she's a multi-talented person, as far as I can recall from Toastmaster Chitra's introduction, and a very interesting personality. Toastmaster Chitra, kindly explain the listener's role.
Thanks, Karthik. In order to become a good speaker, the first step you have to hit is to become a good listener. If you want to become a good listener, you have to pay enough attention. Paying attention is nothing but you have to deeply involved into something. If you pay enough attention into something, you can find answers of the world's unresolved and the universe unresolved mystery. It is said by a famous spiritual guru. With this quote, I'll be the listener today. At the end of this meeting, I will conduct an interesting quiz program, which will contain some interesting questions about the sessions. And I will also be listening to the interesting tidbits. And this course is based out of the interesting session happened today. With this, I'm handing over the dice to Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra, for explaining the role of a listener. And yes, I can words that this listener session will be very interesting, generally. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm clear with my general evaluators introduction part. So I'm giving the stage back to the team Moody. Toastmaster Damodaran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik. The flow was very good. So the book I will check with you on to purchase it. So there are already so many books which I have. I was thinking to stop it at least for a few days. Now again you tempted me. So good. Now let's move on to our prepared speech session, the heart of any Toastmasters meeting. Remember, each speaker you see today has taken a step on the journey of growth. Applaud their courage. Our speaker one today is Toastmaster Kavya, and the evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Sanjay. Toastmaster Sanjay stays in Mysore. He is director of Altesa Pharmaceutical Private Limited. He has 25 years of experience in pharmaceutical industry. His hobbies are reading books. His aim is to become motivational speaker to inspire others through magical words and best presentation.
Thank you, Damodaran, for my lovely introduction. So today my target speaker is Toastmaster Kavya. So today I'm very happy to be part of evaluation part the two Kavya, because she has done for 2 to 3 times as a evaluator. Today I am doing as an evaluation for her. It's a nice. So that is the beauty of this Toastmaster. We'll get everyone get a chance to do their job. My target speaker is Toastmaster Kavya. She's going to attempt pathway that is visionary communication level 3, and the purpose of the project for the members to practice developing communication plan, and her speech title is the connection plan. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Damodar.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kavya, the connection plan. The connection plan, Toastmaster Kavya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Damodaran. Quick check before I start. Am I visible and audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get a thumbs up? Thank
Yes,
you very
yes.
much for acknowledging. Okay, let me ask you all a question. How many of you here have tried convincing a group of Toastmasters to attend a training session? Could be from your club or your friends, colleagues. Can I get a thumbs up or a show of hands? No one? Okay, I read your mind. Attending the weekly meeting itself a huge task for me. Forget about the training. I get it. Karthik is smiling. Okay, that was me few months back. Being an organizer for the judges training program happened in person at my place. There was a mix of emotions, happiness, positivity, and panic attacks as well. At first, I thought it was really easy. Just create a registration link, pull in all the judges, trainers who are going to do that, create a WhatsApp group. But then halfway through, I hit the wall. I felt this isn't just about sending information. This needed to reach people, move people, and matter to people. But then I realized this is not about developing a communication plan. This is about making a connection plan. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. See, as being a quiet Toastmaster for quite some time, I feel two major pillars of Toastmaster is one the pathway, another one the contest. Okay, and the Toastmasters who volunteer for these roles, be it contest or as a guidance to pathways, are more than just volunteers. They are the backbone of making things happen. Now imagine one unclear ballot or one skipped or misunderstood rule from the guidance will put the entire contest results as well as the contest management team on stake. You all have been contestants, at least you have witnessed the contest. So I hope you all agree with me, right? Now, the biggest challenge, another biggest challenge for me here is some of them are very new Toastmasters. They don't know much about judging. Some of them are very pros. They have experience in judging. And the third category people won't respond to your calls, messages, nothing. It was like I was reaching out to 3 different terms of people at 3 different time zones, and where 2 of them don't have network connection at all. So here is what I did. I made myself a good cup of coffee. Because why not? Any good plan, any good thinking starts with a good cup of coffee, isn't it? Instead of just thinking from the sender's end, I started thinking from the receiver's end. If I were there in their position, what would make me care or respond to their messages? I thought about it, gave it some time, and then I replaced all the what's with all the why's. For example, here is what this session is going to give you. No, here is why you should be attending this session, this training. And here is the reason why it is important for you. Because there are certain guidelines which you cannot miss to become a judge or to be a part of the contest management team. And guess what? It created an impact. I was completely taken aback when I literally witnessed maximum number of people showing up for the training. The newbies, which I mentioned earlier, turned up very curiously to learn, and the experienced people who are already judges turned up to refresh their memory. And there was something for all of them in that session. More than a training, it was more of a workshop where we had the opportunity to get in live with voting, what is the contest, and how we are going to manage everything. And at the end, a couple of people came to me and said, "This is what I've been looking for, and I would love to take this another session once again." This gave me a sense of fulfillment, but not only that. This have taught me something which I would love to share with you all. Making a connection plan is not only about sending messages. It is about building moments that connects. I have started thinking, how do I connect rather than what should I say? Because the goal is definitely not about getting your words out. The goal is about getting people in, because that is what a good communicators do. Because more than developing a communication plan, if we all make a connection plan, it will definitely give the ripple effect. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavya. So very good tips which you have shared. We'll also apply. And we can also plan our Toastmasters with a cup of coffee, right? So we all are energetic and refreshed to start our meeting. So now with that said, we shall move on to the speaker 2 today. Is Meenakshi available?
Toastmaster Damodran, could I speak after the table topics, please, if that's okay?
Okay. If you're not comfortable, then maybe we can take it up after the
Yes,
table
I'm
topics.
actually still outside, just
Sure,
about to
sure.
get home. In another
Okay.
20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I'll be there.
Okay, sure. Okay, no problem. Thanks. So then Sanjay, Toastmaster Sanjay. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Sanjay to introduce the to take up the table topics session. Toastmaster
Yes,
Sanjay,
I'm
are you
ready.
comfortable?
1 minute.
Yes, please.
My screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Today's topic is growth mindset. I would like to ask in an open forum why we are here. Why we are here in Toastmaster?
To improve our communications.
To be a
Yes.
better version, yeah.
Yes. First and foremost, what is required for improve our communication?
Skill and practice.
For
That is
learning.
true.
Yeah.
And I feel show up.
Consistency.
Show up. So whenever you get a chance, we should be in the first place to show up ourselves. So this is the platform, especially table topic session. where you can show up, where you can exhibit your impromptu skills. Who is going to take the first question? Damodaran sir.
Yes, I can.
The first question is, challenges are opportunities to grow. What's your view?
Yes, this is a very well-known fact, but many doesn't know the importance of the challenges. Challenges are the opportunities. The reason why is only when there is a challenge, we try to learn many things and we try to see how I can come out. In that process, we tend to grow. Best example is the cocoon, right? So when it is there, when it's inside the shell, God has given it in that way, right? There is a shell so that it tries to break it and come out, which gives it strength. So almost all nature is also the same, and the same applies to us as well. Whereas if there is no challenge, we'll never learn. Only if there is a challenge, we will tend to scale up ourselves and we will be a better version of ourselves. It applies to all of the things, whatever you see. Even in driving, you can take a driving, multiple examples. So even if you're driving in a smooth road, even if you drive 5 years, 10 years in a smooth road, suddenly if you're going to a traffic road, you will not be able to drive. That doesn't mean I am driving for 10 years. So that means you can grow. You should have grown with this. No, you are not being exposed to that challenge. So if you see deeply, the challenge is the one which exposes you to learn many things and how to face that situations, and you will eventually grow. With that said, challenges are the opportunities to grow. With that, I wind up this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Damodaran, for your wonderful views on challenges. It is very much required. If we really want to change or improve in our life, we have to go through the challenges. Next, Rita Sharma, madam, are you ready to take my question?
Yes, I'm ready.
For you, madam, every failure is a step closer to success. Every failure is a step closer to success. What do you say about these words, madam?
There is one thing in common among all of us. We all are here to learn, speak, and grow. That's why we are taking one step ahead. But we are not getting success whenever we are taking one step ahead. We are failing many times. I remember I started my this speaking journey from 2020. And many a time I feel like that it's not my cup of tea. I'm not getting result. I'm a failure. But then also I tell myself where I have started my journey, I am very far from that particular place. I'm improving. Whatever others are saying about me, I don't have to bother that. I just have to just do to take one step ahead. And really, I remind and I feel like that every failure is a step closer to success. We feel like that we are failure, we are not getting result, but then also we are becoming better version of ourselves. So we never have to give up. We just have to take one step ahead and we will become successful one day definitely. That's all. So every failure is a step closer to success. Thank you.
Definitely, I will agree with you, madam. You just recollected my early days of this Toastmaster journey. It is very much required. We should not lose our confidence. We should not leave. So then only we can succeed. Sai, are you ready to take my question? Sai? Shamir? Guest Shamir. Marutesh.
Yes.
Marutesh.
Yeah.
Hi, Marutesh.
Hi. Hi, am I audible?
Yeah. You're audible. For you, progress is more important than perfection. Progress is more important than perfection. What's your view, Marutesh?
Yeah. My view
Is
is
it okay? Is it okay for you?
yes, yes, it is okay. Yeah, most of the time we focus on our progress. Yes, I also really agree because due to the lot of work we used to complete our task. Hence, uh, even it is not a perfection, we used to work. For example, nowadays the chat gbt one of the big good example, because before chat gbt we used to work by ourself and we used to be perfect in every uh, writing skills, everything. But uh, after ChatGPT, AI, we focus more on progress, completing the task. Whatever we used to do, we used to use ChatGPT, and we used to progress in our life like that. In in current days, we I used to follow more progress, but it also helps me in knowing many things and correcting ourselves and being a perfect like this. I would like to share progress also impact on my perfection. Thank you.
Definitely, Marutesh, I will agree with you with your words. Especially this chat GPT and all made our life very easy. For this word, I would like to give one small example. Like if you want to run a marathon for about 42 kilometers, you cannot run in a single day. So you need to run 1 kilometer, next 2 kilometers, then 5 kilometers. After 1 year or 2 years, you are able to do 42 kilometers. So that is the thing I would like to mention. Jai madam, are you ready to take my next question?
Yeah, sure. I'll try.
I choose to focus on what I can control. I choose to focus on what I can control.
Okay. Good evening, all my fellow Toastmasters. As the topic is, I choose to focus of what I can control. In daily life, there are many things happening around us which are beyond our control. And we really, when we try to control them, we are not at all able to control them because some things are beyond our control. And if we go controlling them, we just end up in anger, fear, and depression. So it's better to choose what we can control, what is in our hands. Like many things around me, even in the family or in my school or in my colleagues, wherever we go, we have many people around us, we have many situations around us. We can never control. For example, I'm driving my Activa on my road, and there is a person who is coming in the wrong side, and he's a drunkard or just a loafer type of guy. So he comes in the wrong side. He collides with my scooty or Activa. I get down from my scooty and I just yell at him, or I just tell him, "Why did you do so?" And he starts giving bad words and all those things and all. So I can't control. I can control myself. I can't control him. So I just stop it. I just leave the topic over there and I think, okay, he's a fool. Why to try to control him? So better, we can't change the situations around us, and we have to control only the things which are we have to focus only on the things which are in our control, and better not to try control the things which are not in our hand, which are inevitable. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
It is very much true, madam. If you want to lead a peaceful life, it is better to focus on
Yeah,
ourselves instead of
yeah,
controlling the world or the even sometimes even family members also. So,
right.
so really true words, madam. Who is going to take next question? Chitra, madam.
Sorry, Toastmaster Sunday. I got a very bad throat today.
Okay. Kavya, Lichu Karthik.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So most of the topics are chosen for growth mindset. Today is full of opportunities.
So it was around 7 when I woke up today. I had a severe toothache because my braces, it was creating a dispute in my mouth, and I had severe toothache. I was wondering, like right at the like starting of the day, I'm feeling like this. Like how would the day go on? And then I got a thought: if I'm getting bad things happening now, then it might not last for too long. Following that, there'll be many good, positive, and progressive things filling this day. So I developed a mindset that today might be full of good possibilities or good opportunities. The plugin that I tried to make here is, it is our mindset on how we see things. I heard that there is a story which my parents have said me in my childhood. So in Mahabharata, Dharma was going. He was circumambulating the city which he rules, and he saw something, a specific incident. He had one perspective of that incident. After that, Duryodhana was doing the same. He was going around the city, and he saw the same incident. Again, he has a perspective. Like everybody, we all have a perspective. So later, they are sharing the same incident with Lord Krishna. And Krishna was sharing this to Arjuna. And he said, Dharma was giving a positive, a very progressive view of that incident, whereas Duryodhana was giving a very not so progressive, but still okay. I'm not deviating Duryodhana too much. So he gave an average perspective of that incident. So Krishna gave a plug-in that it is in our perspective, it is in our mindset on whether to see a situation or a day full of possibilities or with full of more disadvantages. It is our mindset to do that. I cannot see the timer, but still I think I'm done for 1 minute. So yeah, it is our mindset to see how progressive things are, or the other way also. It is in our hands.
Definitely.
So I chose to see things in a possible and progressive way for today. Thanks for that.
Yes, Lechu, it is very much important how you see the things. Like it's like a kind of seed. If you put some positive things to that seed, you'll get positive result. If you think negative things, if you feed the seed, or if you think about negative things, you'll get negative only. So you should always think positive. Damodaran sir, shall I ask 2 more questions?
Please.
Meenakshi Girish.
Sure, sir, I can take it up.
My mindset shapes my reality.
Got it. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. Thank you for this wonderful topic. And I'm so happy that the theme is mindset, because be it my book or anything I'm working on in my life, mindset is everything, which is what I'm focused on. And my mindset shapes my reality is something I 100% agree with. There is this one quote which says, you always lose in your mind before you lose in reality. You always win in your mind before you win in reality. If you're given a situation and your immediate response to it is, I might lose, oh my God, what's going to happen? I have to give a public speech. What if I stutter? What if people make fun of me? What if I end up embarrassing myself? Then you are going to lose. You are going to embarrass yourself because you have already decided it in your mind. But fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you have the growth mindset in you and you have this confidence in yourself, I can do it. Even if I make a mistake, I'm going to improve myself. So what if people laugh at me? I'm going to learn something from them, and the next speech I give, I know I'm going to do a better job than this. If you focus on that, then if you win in your mind, you will automatically win in reality. This is what I truly believe in, and this quote I've been given today also resonates with the same. So lose in your mind, you will lose in reality. If you win in your mind, you win in reality because my mindset shapes my reality. Thank you, and back to your table topics, Master.
Thank you, Meenakshi. It's very much relates or correlate in your book because most of the things it is there in your book, I feel, because it all happens first in mindset, then in reality. So, last question, guest Sai, are you ready to take? Mati?
Yes, Sanjay. Yes, it was Sanjay.
Mati?
Yeah, available. Yes.
Yes. Obstacles are just detours in the right direction. Like detours means it's a long way, I can say. It's a long path. Obstacles are just detours in the right direction. Is it okay?
Yeah, yes, Sanjay. Thank you for the table topic, Master.
Your voice is not clear.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
So tell me, everyone, anybody doesn't have any challenges in our life? I hope no. The answer is no. We all will, come across with the challenges, obstacles in our life. And we all used to complain our, the obstacles, challenges, or whatever we are facing it. But my viewpoint towards this, my table topic is, I am considering the obstacles is my learning curve. So I'm learning from that. So wherever I'm seeing the obstacles or the challenges, I'm learning it. In my personal experience, how I can relate with this. I can say when I joined in the employment, the first employment, I was, they kept me in some very junior level work. It was a kind of the data entry work. Then I started it. I felt it is the very challenging, the work, as well as I'm not feeling good to do that. But later I came to know that, so that is the fundamental, the basics for the next step towards my career. So when I moved to the next career, so I was kept in the, the designing of the schematics or the circuits. Then again, so each and every step, so wherever I'm having the opportunity or the new learnings means, so whenever there is the new comes or new things are coming in our life, or whenever we are keeping, we are in the new environment, we are seeing that that is the obstacles or some challenges we could not survive. But when we are come across all the obstacles, we can see the fantastic growth in the lifestyle. And in my life also, it is true. In my career also, I learned the many things. So with this, thank you. Back to the table topic, Master.
Thank you, Mati, for your wonderful words. Most of the people, I think, most of us, whenever we join for any organization or any new work, we have to go through these obstacles. Otherwise, we will not learn. or if you are not facing obstacle, means I feel you are not going to the next level. So I feel I am ending my table topic session. Thank you, Damodaran, Toastmaster Damodaran, for giving me an opportunity. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay. The topics all were very good, means it was very interesting to speak. So now we'll go to the speaker 2 session. Meenakshi Girish, Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish, you are ready?
Yes, sir. Thank you for
Okay.
giving me the time. Totally
Thank you.
available now.
Yeah, so no issue. So our speaker 2 today is Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish, and evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Madhi. Toastmaster Madhi is having 18 plus years of electrical design experience. He transforms his life with confidence and positive approach, staying with his beautiful family, wife, and 2 years old daughter in Bangalore. His hobbies are travel, talking, exploring himself. He is passionate to be a great public speaker. I would like to invite Toastmaster Madhi to introduce the speech purpose.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Damodaran, for this opportunity for the evaluation. My target speaker, Toastmaster Meenakshi Grace, she is attempting level 5, project 1. That is, the project name is team building. The speech title is uh, the my first book launch. The duration of this report is 2 to 3 minutes. The purpose of the speech is for giving the report on the team building activities, how she has done it. Yeah, thank you. Back to the Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhi. Let's welcome Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish, my first book launch. My first book launch, Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Damodaran, and thank you to my evaluator, Toastmaster Mati. Those were amazing introductions that have already boosted me up for tomorrow's event. Yes, hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I have a meeting, an event in person scheduled for tomorrow, and this is something brand new for me. I have been in a lot of meetings, I have been a part of many Toastmaster meetings, but I have never organized an event of my own. And let me tell you, my experience of organizing this in one sentence, it is equivalent to hosting a wedding. There is no difference between hosting a book launch event and hosting a full-on wedding. I feel like I just got married. Honestly, the whole experience began with fixing a budget and fixing the venue. And if you are familiar with it, then my mother had passed away just a few months back on April 5th. So my father was very particular that he wanted to sponsor this event. So I had to be extra cautious about the budget I picked because he is the one sponsoring the whole thing. So I had to make a list of everything I had. I had to consult with a lot of people who are familiar with finances. And we had to come up with a budget which was something premium for everybody to enjoy, but at the same time decent so that I can face my father. After this, I had to fix a venue. It was not a very big venue I wanted, not a big mahal like how we do weddings in. It had to be a nice, cozy space. And that's when we found Backyard in just Adayar in Chennai. It's a very well-known space where people come for co-working. It's a very nice, cozy spot where about 30-40 people can accumulate there. And it was the best place for us to go to because it was within our vicinity. Most of our friends and relatives could easily drop by there. And most importantly, we could commute there within 5-10 minutes if we had to bring any last minute things from home. So the venue is done. Next is food. We had to speak to many people over there because we had different age groups of people we had to accommodate. There are people of my age group who are coming with young children. There are my clients coming in who would want something posh. We have my relatives, and since my mother's star birthday is tomorrow as well as Mother's Day, a lot of my relatives and her cousins wanted to come and be a part of this occasion. Apart from this, we also have people at the venue, such as photographers, the host, cameramen, so many people, and we have to feed so many stomachs, including my own. So we had to find a menu that would fit both the younger generation as well as the older generation. That took a lot of time, and this is where I learned a very crucial lesson. Even while I was preparing for this project,
One important detail was start with your close circle. You don't need to have a team of very professional event coordinators. You don't need to be with anybody you don't trust yet or you're not comfortable working with. You can start with your immediate circle, and that's what I did. My father, my sister, my partner, these are all the people I worked with apart from the people at the venue. Nobody else was involved in as part of this event. The only team I had was my immediate close circle. And the invitations were prepared by my partner, who later spread it via word of mouth to everyone. We shared it with our friends, they shared it with their friends, and that's how the invitation went to almost 120 people in a span of 2 hours. And immediately when we started getting the responses from there, we needed to have somebody who could note down all of these names, which is where my sister came in and my brother came in, and they were taking care of all the RSVPs coming in so that everything is not on my head. So what I learned from this experience of so far organizing the event is start with your close circle, have a list of everything you have to do. You have no idea how many lists I have prepared. That's the main thing I learned, where you need to be organized and as much as possible get things out of your head. You can't remember everything. So jot down as much as possible on paper, be it the budget, be it the number of people coming, the names of the people coming, what all are required before the event, during the event, after the event, everything. I can't wait for the event tomorrow, and I hope all of these preparations and the close circle of people cheering on me will help me make it a success. And if any of you can make it, I would love to see you there as well. I'll be back with my report at the end of the meeting so that we can check back on how it went. Till then, thank you. Back to the TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meenakshi. So it was a great learning from you. So now we will go to the last and the final thing, the evaluation session. This is an important segment that helps us reflect, improve, and grow, the very essence of a growth mindset. Let's now invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik, to present the evaluation report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Damodaran. And I have a question to Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish. Kindly enlighten me. Like, you were saying that you will come back again for a report or something. What is that? Like, I'm not aware of that.
Right. So
Should I-
that's basically once the meeting gets over, I will, as in the event tomorrow gets over, I'll be coming back next week for our next meeting. And in meeting number 316, I'll be giving another speech for 5 to 7 minutes, during which I tell you what all happened during the event, what else I learned there.
Okay.
So please join for the next meeting. I'll be giving a continuation.
We are curious, Meenakshi. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm clear now.
thank you for asking.
Okay, so yeah, so things are usual then. Before going with my general evaluation report and other tag teams report, so like, will the listener be preceding the speech evaluators, or will it be after the speech evaluation?
After grammarian.
After
Yeah,
the
after
tag team
grammarian.
evaluation.
Okay. Before that, we'll have the speech evaluation then. It is my pleasure to invite Toastmaster Sanjay to evaluate Toastmaster Kavya's speech.
Thank you, Lechu Karthik. Toastmaster Kavya, she is a real leader, I can say. The leadership quality really it exhibit in her speech. The first and foremost, her opening hook, it was very much nice. It was a question mark to everyone. How have you handled? It's a question to everyone. And her hand gestures, I really appreciate Toastmaster Kavya hand gesture and the face expression, happy, smile, everything she was expressing on her face. And even it was some of the words, coffee and all, she has included in her speech. It was very much nice. One good thing about Kavya's speech, flow. It was very much flow. It really suits Lechu Karthik's book, Flow, because she was using all the words, all the things in a flow state. And definitely, if you want to communicate anyone, you should connect. Connection is most important. If you don't connect, your communication will not be reached to that particular person. Really, these are the things she quoted very nice in her speech. Some of the recommendation I would like to give Toastmaster Kavya. Camera position. It was little bit on the lower side. It was not visible properly. Should have used some quotes, so it would have connected the audience. Quotes, definitely it strikes our mind. And stories, small stories. If it starts with stories, that would have been better. Other than that, it's a wonderful speech. So all the best, Toastmaster Kavya. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, for that wonderful insights. And now, allow me to invite Toastmaster Madhi Alahan for evaluating Toastmaster Meenakshi Giri's speech.
Yeah, thank you, the general evaluator. First of all, I am congratulating my target speaker, Toastmaster Meenakshi Giri's, for her first book launch on tomorrow. I'm congratulating from my heart. And how she has started this, it was very surprise to all of us that her event, this is her dream, and her event is going to happening on the tomorrow. It will be get successful, sure. And she started with what was how her mindset was when her mother passed away, and when she didn't have the sponsorship, and how she's getting the sponsorship. It is touching with the audience, so it is you know kind of the creating the bonding between the audience with the speaker. That is a good point. The second one, she planned this event on the Mother's Day. That is another good part. The third good part on her speech is her energy level, and her enthusiasm, and she had done the many work. Still, again, she is saying that that might be some mistakes, but I could correct, and she is ready for it. So that is the good part. The feedback, the recommendations on her speech is she mentioned about the book launch, but I want to know, so why this book launch is important? What is the necessity of the book launch? If she has explained the reason for why she is doing the book launch, then that would added the value. Again, the second recommendation, I want to know when she had started this preparation, the event preparation, and how long, and so what was her challenges and what went well. If she had given some more tips, then that is also added the value to the speakers. The overall, I'm seeing the report is very conscious with all the details. She mentioned about how she is going to conduct this session with her relatives, with the close neighbors, since this is the first time book launch. All the very best for your book launch. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Madhi bro, so for that, Toastmaster Madhi, for that interesting perspective of yours about Meenakshi Giri's speech. Okay, now we have this interesting part again, which is the general evaluation area. And before giving my report, I would like to invite our tag team members. Timer Toastmaster Madhi bro, kindly explain.
Damodar sir, many of guests are there. You can interact with them.
Yes, let me see.
Sai is there.
Hello, Sai. You are able to hear me?
Is it audible? My voice is audible. Damodran?
Yeah, no, yeah, now, yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for that. Yeah. Thank you. So I hope my screen is visible and we have the two prepared speeches. First one, the Toastmaster Kavya. She took 5 minutes 30 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Meenakshi Grace. She took 2 minutes 42 seconds. Both the speakers are qualified. Then we have today 7 table topic speakers. Yeah. So Toastmaster Damodaran, he took 1 minute 37 seconds. Guest Rita ma'am, she took 1 minute 36 seconds. Guest Martes, he took 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Jay Kalyani ma'am, she took 1 minute 56 seconds. Lechi Karthik, he took 2 minutes 21 seconds. Toastmaster Meenakshi Grace, she took 1 minute 21 seconds. And Toastmaster Madhi, he took 2 minutes 21 seconds. So all the table topic speakers are qualified for the award. And the evaluations, we have the 2 evaluators. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Sanjay. He took 2 minutes 13 seconds. And the second evaluator, Toastmaster Madhi, he took 2 minutes 9 seconds. So both the evaluators are qualified for the award. Thank you. With this report, I am handing back the stage to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madi, for sharing the timers report. And next, we have the R counters report, and I'll be giving the R counters report. So talking about this report, first, Toastmaster Damodaran, the TMOD, I could not notice any any fillers that he used or repetitions, but what I felt is there were some passes, unusual passes in his discourse of contents. So that is one thing. And next, Toastmaster Sanjay, about his usage of fillers, it was more than thrice, like multiple areas he was using fillers. So that has to be noted. Next, Toastmaster Kavya, the first prepared speaker, she was flawless. I could not notice any fillers or any unusual spaces. As Toastmaster Sanjay said, she was in the flow state while giving her speech. Next, Toastmaster Jaya Kalyani, exactly once I noticed her using when she was starting to speak, she said and she started and she was flawless. And next, Toastmaster Rita, even in her case, I could not notice any fillers that she used in her table topics. And next, guest Marutesh, even in this case, I didn't notice any fillers, but still there were unusual passes. Like while we were thinking, we used to pass and think, right? So that is the thing which I'm addressing as unusual passes. It is natural to have such passes on giving impromptu speeches, but still, when we attain proficiency, that will get rectified. So we can work on that. Next, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik, myself, I know I've made certain count of, I've made use of fillers and passes. I have to work on that. So I'm counting even my next Toastmaster Madi bro. Yes, even he made use of the fillers multiple times. Multiple times itself, more than thrice. Yeah, this time I was like little careful on doing this R counters role, and I think I did my part. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, next we have Toastmaster Jaya Kalyani to give her grammarian report. Ma'am, the stage is yours.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Today, I gave you word of the day and idiom of the day. Actually, they were so difficult, I think, that no one did use these words, except I think Lachu Karthik once used the word ascetic. Rest of the speakers, including me, we didn't use these words, but today grammatically all were correct. As I had said in my earlier grammarian roles, that whenever you all speak, the speech should be in a single tense. either in the past tense or in the present tense. So today, all of the speakers were wonderful in their speeches using the same tense, either past or present, everything correct. No grammatical mistakes at all. Perfect speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya Kalyani, and we are very fortunate to have an actual English teacher playing the role of a grammarian. This touchwood. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now we are entering into the interesting part of we are stepping into an interesting session, which is a listener's role. And with pleasure, I'm inviting Toastmaster Chitra to carry this role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. So, here are the questions. Once we learn a particular skill, we will be tending to master it. Said by who?
Damodaran.
Sorry.
Damodaran.
When we are deeply involved into something, the boredom will not touch you. Who said this?
That's you, Karthik.
Leadership quality is exhibiting in someone's speech today.
Guess
Kavya. Who's the speaker? How many kilometers is Toastmaster Jay Kalyani staying away from the border?
150 kilometers.
150.
So tomorrow, Meenakshi will. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, where will Meenakshi contact her book launch?
Backyard.
Adayar, somewhere around that.
Adayar backyard.
Right? But she mentioned a particular spot, particular avenue.
Backyard.
Chennai.
The backyard. Yeah.
Backyard.
Okay. So when did Toastmaster Rita started her speaking journey?
2020.
2020.
Who said this? Any good plans, good thoughts? Start with a cup of coffee.
Kavya.
Kavya.
Who said this? Celebrate the mistake, the courage, the effort.
Damodaran.
Good. Who said this? If you want to communicate with anyone, go and connect.
Kavya.
That's it. So I'm handing over the dice to Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra, for that interactive and interesting session. We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Okay, so now it is my time to give the general evaluation report. So last few meetings, when I get this chance to address as a general evaluator, I have been following a pattern on giving the general evaluation address. And the pattern is, before giving my report, I'll be sharing on how I'll be giving this report, or like which pattern I'll be following. So yeah, now the pattern which I'll be following here is the first, that it is of two parts. On the first part, I'll be sharing the overall summary of the meeting. On the second part, I'll be comparing that summary with the Gentle Toastmaster template or the rules. And I'll be offering very few advices, which I felt that incorporating that would have improved the quality of the meeting. So this is the two parts which I'll be using to address this discourse. Yeah. So the first one is, I'll be summing up the entire meeting. Hope I'm good with my flow. So, okay, I'm stepping in now. Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish, she opened the meeting and she gave her SAA address. And yeah, Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish was traveling somewhere outside, and yet she managed to balance this role. Kudos to that. Following that, presiding officer Toastmaster Madhi Alahan, he gave us club updates, and I cannot recall any guests present in that meeting or something, so that we didn't have any guest interaction. So okay. After that, the stage was passed to the TMOD, Mr. Damodaran sir, and he introduced the theme, the growth mindset, and he started his discourse on that theme. About Toastmaster Damodaran, he is like that one wise man. Like his ideas are always interesting and it was interactive. I felt very I felt very intrigued and focused on his ideas of this growth mindset. Okay, then after a few minutes of his discourse, I came in, the general evaluator, and yeah, as part of my general evaluation, I gave a small story of what this general evaluation is about, my understanding of what the general evaluation of this role is about. Following that, I introduced the tag team members to share about their report, like of their reports, what their role is about. Following that, again, we had our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Kavya. She gave her prepared speech on about organizing a judges training from her personal experience. The prepared speech is about. It was very interesting and she was flawless, very interactive as well. And every part of the speech I can recall even now. So she had that capacity of engaging the audience in a higher level. Kudos to that. Following that, we should have had our second prepared speech, but still, yeah, we gave, as per the prepared speaker's request, we gave her time, and following that, we had our table topic session. In table topics, we had 7 speakers today. Nearly every participants of the meeting were given equal opportunities, which is a big thumbs up to the table topic master, Toastmaster Sanjay. Also, to Mr. Sanjay, he was brilliant enough to align the table topics with the theme growth mindset. Kudos to that. And every speakers were given unique topics in connection with the theme, and they handled very well every table topic speaker, starting from Toastmaster Damodaran to Toastmaster Madhi. All speakers were brilliant and they were well equipped in handling these improper topics. For example, Mr. Damodaran was the first speaker, and he was given the topic challenges or opportunities to grow. And he gave an example of driving in a traffic for his speech. And then following that, Ms. Rita Sharma, her topic was every failure is a step closer to success. And she spoke about her public speaking journey in that. And then Mr. Marutesh, he gave an analogy about ChatGPT on how it is focusing more on progress rather than enjoying the moment. And then we had our English teacher, Ms. Jaya Kalyani, and she gave a practical example, which I felt very humorous, about her traveling in a road and having a clash with a stranger. So that was humorous plugin that she made, and she very well delivered the idea or the topic that she was given. That was brilliant. Following that, we had myself, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik. Even I handled it in a subtle way. Yeah, I did well, I think so.
Yes.
Again, we have Meenakshi Girish. Meenakshi Girish, always a person full of ideas and good messages. So yeah, even she did very well. And Toastmaster Madhi Bro, he shared his personal life as an example on how he started his career and how it went on. We all had our own messages, and it was enlightening to each one of us. We all have to agree in that. So table topics was a very nice session today. Following that, we had Toastmaster Meenakshi Girish's speech. So it was about her first book launch. She had a very good flow as well, like Toastmaster Kavya. Both the prepared speakers were top-notch in today's meeting. And talking about their evaluation, Toastmaster Sanjay and Toastmaster Madhi, both were brilliant, especially Toastmaster Madhi. Like, I felt that Toastmaster Meenakshi's speech was not a complete story. Like, it was talking to a friend, sharing some updates from her life. And Toastmaster Madhi brilliantly highlighted that. If a new Toastmaster was listening to her speech, he might expect some more story from her to know about her. So he brilliantly highlighted that. Overall, the meeting was very good, and I have few recommendations. As I said, we are entering into the second part. And my recommendations are like the TMOD session, I felt it was little short today. Like Mr. Damodaran had a very good start, and later I was expecting some messages or something, but still, yeah, the other part of the meeting, like it outweighed that. That is fine. Like maybe in future meetings, he will give us more message or more ideas about his team. Looking forward for that. So that's one message. And the second is, yeah, that is the only thing. Like overall, the meeting was very good, and we were uh, standing over the mark, and we are good with our standards up to my knowledge. So as I said, I gave the summary of the meeting. So even if you get to give any feedbacks, you're all most welcome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm giving the stage back to Toastmaster Damodaran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lachu Karthik, for an detailed evaluation. So you have done and you have noted everything. So it was good. And as we near the end of the today's meeting, I encourage you to carry this idea forward. Whether you are seasoned Toastmaster or a first-time guest, remember where you are today is just the beginning. With effort, feedback, and willingness to learn, you can grow into any version of yourself than you can imagine. Thank you all. Let's keep growing together. With this, handing over to the President, Toastmaster Mati.
Yeah, thank you. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Damodaran. And as per me, so the meeting went well. And so kudos to all the members, all the speakers, all the participants. I'm launching the poll. Please vote. Yes. Can you able to vote?
Done.
Yes. Thank you for the participation in the polls. Yeah. So as for the polls, the best primary role player is that is the tie. It's between TMOD Toastmaster Damodaran and the General Evaluator Toastmaster Lachu Karthik. Kudos to both of you. The best auxiliary role player is it's off counter Toastmaster Lachu Karthik. The best table topic speaker is it's again the Toastmaster Meenakshi Greece. The best prepared speaker is Toastmaster Kavya. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Sanjay. Thank you. Thanks for all the participants. With this, I'm adjourn this meeting number 315 of Speak Magic Toastmaster Club. The meeting is open for discussion.
Damodaran,